Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to take a look at a really nice and juicy lead sound. Okay, so play a quick example so you can hear it. Okay, so the sound in question is this one. Okay, so yeah, I think it has a particularly nice quality to it. Alright, so to make this sound, or very, very similar sound, we're going to need a blank MIDI channel. I'm going to put 0 on it. Okay, and then let's just pop over here and get some nice long notes. And I'm also going to take autoplay and pop it on here as well. And autoplay is just going to generate some notes for me. I have it set up to make 16ths, 8ths, and quarter notes. Doesn't really matter that much, it's just for the sake of the video. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm quickly going to just turn off the pitch bending, because my keyboard likes to randomly pitch bend things. So yeah, that's not essential. Anyhow, yeah, first thing we're going to want to do is turn on noise oscillator, and we're going to go in any LFO. We're going to draw a ramp down shape. You can use any shape you want. They all yield different interesting results, but we're just going to go with the ramp down because that's what I showed in the example. Okay, and we're going to drag that into our noise oscillator. Okay, and then turn the level all the way down on the noise oscillator, turn the pitch tracking on, and turn the pitch to 48 semitones. Okay, and then we're going to go in the warp mode for our oscillator A, and then go FM noise oscillator. And then what we're going to do is grab a bandpass 24. I'm going to turn resonance up a bit because I quite like this type of sound with a bit more resonance, sort of 35% or something. And then let's pull the FM up until we find something we like. Okay, so what we're looking for is we really want this sort of mid-range or lower mid-range area to be nice and tonal and not turn into kind of noise. You can hear that there's sort of a sweet spot between 40-something% and about 70-odd% where you get the nice toneful points. That sounds quite nice. Maybe try a little bit more. That sounds quite good. Let's try going up an octave as well, just in case. I often find that going up an octave or two can sound really nice with this type of FM. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So it doesn't matter that much. That part is just about getting a bit more tonality and interesting texture to the sort of mids and lower mids of our patch. Cool, so now let's set the cutoff of the filter to 150 Hz, and let's modulate the cutoff with noise oscillator. Okay, so now we should have a filter FM sound. Perfect. Then we want to pop over into the FX section and grab a filter, set it to band 24, a little bit of resonance, maybe like 12% or something, and set this to 150 Hz. And let's use a macro to control the rest of it. Perfect. Cool, so let's see what we've got now. Very quiet, so let's turn the master up. Cool, so it's already starting to sound quite nice. You might have noticed that with each note, it sounds like a little bit different. And that's because phase is set to random on our oscillator. Okay, so let's turn the random all the way down and then choose a spot with the phase. And I'm just looking for the point where the nice tonality that we've got to our patch is kept. I don't want that to be damaged. So yeah, as you can hear, there's points where it sounds more or like less toneful. So I'm just going to set the phase down at 0 because I think it sounded really nice and solid there. So let's leave that there and let's just have a listen quickly. Turn up a little bit more again. Okay, so it's already starting to sound really good now. But this is where the kind of magic happens, in my opinion. If we go into the matrix and let's do two things. So firstly, I'm going to take our macro 2, the cutoff knob, and pop it onto the auxiliary source for our noise oscillator to filter cutoff. So what this is going to mean is that as we turn up the filter cutoff, the amount of filter FM will increase. So the lower parts of our bandpass sweep are going to have less filter FM, and it's going to allow the tonality to come through and give that nice body to the sound. And as we turn this up, the high frequencies are going to have more and more texture and have that nice filter FM sound to them. Okay, so let's just hear that quickly. And then the second thing we can do is we can tweak this modulation curve on a noise oscillator. So this is going to change which frequencies or which parts of the spectrum are going to be emphasized by our filter FM. With this, there's sort of no right and wrong. It's just a case of where you think it sounds good. Let's have a play around with it. Perhaps I'll just use a LFO for the moment to control that. See, there we're getting some kind of interesting kind of metallic-y, tubey, elasticy thing going on. Quite a exciting timbre. And also many other spots where this can sound nice. But for now, let's just leave this up here around 15. Okay, so that's kind of the main basis of this patch done now. If you like, you can also tweak the curve for this auxiliary modulation. And essentially what this is going to let you do is decide how much of this sweep is going to be kind of clean from the filter FM. So if we turn this up this way, we get the filter FM effect sooner through our sweep. And if we turn the other way, it'll take longer for the filter FM to kick in. I think that having a little bit down can be quite helpful. Just like a tiny, tiny bit, just to give a bit more space for the tone to come through. Yeah, I think that sounds really good. Let's just hear it in context quickly. Okay, and if you like, you could maybe put on a little bit of hyper or dimension or whatever, maybe like 7-ish% of that. Give it some space. Cool, and then obviously it's Psytrance, so let's give it a little bit of delay as well, because that probably will sound cool. And let's turn it down a little bit. Okay, so yeah, hopefully that gives you basis to make a nice Filter FM patch and some ideas to play with. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.